Chimneyking, I just wanted to share this with you. If you watched the Laporte stone job, that was a beautiful job. That man called me back. He had a piece of trim work come off his, aluminum trim come off his building. We had some high winds here. He had nobody else to call that he knew had ladders. So he called me about replacing it. I didn't really want to do it. I didn't want to look into it. But you know what? Once you do something for somebody and they're good people to you, you kind of owe, and opportunity's opportunity. I went down. He wasn't there. I told him just leave the piece of trim out. It was about 5 feet long. It's where it tucks under the eaves on the very top of the gable. It was high. It was about too tall for my 31-foot ladder. So I scaled up the lower point and traversed roof line. Now look at it. It was on a pitch. It was so unacceptable, and I did put up scaffolding, and I hope this comes through. If I were to sit down and do that with a piece of 40 grit sandpaper, I could have never let it get that far. When you're up that high, fumbling around with nails out of your teeth and clinging on for dear life and working and holding on with the insides of your arms, you don't even know the pain you're putting yourself through because you're so cognizant of the fact that you can die at any given time. You can fall, slide, compound fractures. Everything seems to go through your mind, along with, oh my God, this is something that needs done. You know, you really start focusing on, got to do this, got to do that, and go ahead and do it. I was going to do it for $45. Then I thought, well, ask a little more than that, and I went around and around in my mind. I went up and seen it, and I thought, I don't want to do it now. I ain't that kind of guy. I stuck with it and drove instead of going up my tall ladder, which I don't think I could have done as good a job. I ran and traversed and ran and traversed and really sliced myself up. Look at this. I feel like I'm wrestling with a cougar. I tell people I won't even start my truck for less than $125, and that'll give you guys something to do. Say also, there's a minimum 125 minny out of my shop. You can say that too when you're in a pickup. Out of my shop. 125 minny out of my shop, and I feel perfectly justified in going 145 on that because I told him I'd do it and bill him. I doubt he'll fudge on it, because he says, like a lot of people say, I didn't know who to call. A regular siding company doesn't want to come out for one piece of trim. Roofers don't want to come out unless there's 20 square to lay. They're always looking at the big buck. Us restoration guys can pick this up. We had some high winds come through. Well, look at my neighbor's roof over here. What a mess. That roof vent's been hanging there for a couple years. It was just flopping in the breeze. As long as there's wind damage, as long as you're in a severe weather region, as long